talk to you about 3D printing for my 5-minute talk. I'm going to go through what 3D printing is, where it's done, like how you do it, how long does it take, how much does it cost, and a lot of different of the other applications that it's used for. So basically it is a machine that prints out objects, like 3D objects, from a STL file, and it can be used with like ABS plastic, or they have some that print with steel, or a lot of different materials. And it's beneficial to us because it's like used in rapid prototyping and testing and things. So where do you start? Basically, you already know the design process, but you come up with your idea, design it, and print it, and then make revisions from there. There's a lot of different software that can be used with it. You can use any type of computer-aided design software that can produce an STL file, such as AutoCAD, SolidWorks, and Illustrator. So this is an overview of how it's done. You basically model what you're trying to model in your computer-aided design software, and then you import it to the Makerware, which is the software that the MakerBot uses, which is the 3D printer that I work with. And after you do that, you can make adjustments to it, so you can align it along the platform, flip it upside down, scale it up or scale it down, do whatever you need to do with it. And then you save it, or you export it as a .thing file to your SD card, or you can print directly from your computer using a USB port. And then you just print it out from there. And basically how it works is you've got like a spool of plastic in the back of the machine, and it melts that plastic and prints layer by layer using like a nozzle. And then by the time the plastic is onto the build platform, it's cooled down into a solid, solid piece of plastic. So about how long does it take? It takes a pretty good amount of time, just because it goes layer by layer, and it also depends on how big your object that you're printing is. So for my independent study class, we made a scale model of the Juno spacecraft, and we added like a lot of different details, and basically it took a total of 36 hours because of all the different pieces that we needed to print. And that's, a fairly small, model, and it took that long it took 20 hours just to print it out. So, but there's a lot of different other types of printers that take a less amount of time. It just depends on how the plastic is extruded. So about how much does it cost? If you go to the CXC lab and use their printer, it's $12 per cubic inch, and you can only pay with Tiger Cash. And it prints ABS plastic, but I know that I think the library in Baton Rouge, you can print stuff out as well if you don't want to use the CXC lab. So these are some of the different applications that it's used for. Concept modeling, that includes like architectural models, like you can see. You can print like scale models of houses and buildings to see what it would look like. Ergonomic studies, so that's basically like that mouse, you can print out something and then see how it fits and see how well or easy it is to use. And then marketing and graphic design, they just use it as well. For functional prototyping, you can print moving hinges. So instead of having to create different pieces for the hinge, they can just print a curve using the plastic, and it's easier that way. They have soft touch parts and surrogate parts. So these are, like, it can be used for the prosthetics, as seen like in the bottom right hand corner. And the major selling point with that is, instead of, like, if something breaks in your prosthetic or arm or leg or whatever, instead of having to send that whole object, like the whole thing, away back to, send it away back to the company to get it fixed, you can just print out another part, that one part that's broken, and fix it right there in your home. So it's like, you know, you could take a week to get it fixed, or you could print it out at home and take an hour to fix. They also use it in manufacturing tooling, which is like injection molding and jigs and fixtures. Are there any questions?
What's the strength comparison for the 3D printed parts for like prosthetics versus the general ceramic metal?
It really just depends on the material that you use. It really doesn't matter, like, I guess it depends on how you design it as well, because of, you know, like you have to do like stress analysis on different stuff. So, I mean, it really just depends.